everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you can't tell, because I'm wearing the same shirt, this is part 2 of my Writing Wednesday series. Last week I took you guys through my outlining process. A lot of you guys were interested in how I outlined, and I also uploaded a outline template to my website for you guys to follow if you're interested in following my method for writing books. If you haven't already downloaded that, the link to my website is in the description box below, and all you have to do is go to the resources tab and scroll down and it'll be there. Plus with the video of how to use the template and how to add in all of your information will be there as well. Today I am taking you through step 2 in my writing a book / creating a series outline. Series, I guess, is what this is called. I'm sorry I'm not more organized. And that is coming up with character profiles. Now again, for this, if you're gonna, follow my method to a T, you're gonna want a binder or a project folder of some sort with some clear plastic sheet protectors to put your papers into, and also the template for this will be available in my website as well. So make sure you stick through the rest of this video to watch how I use the template, how I profile my characters, and what kinds of questions I ask myself in order to get to know my characters better. And at the end of the video, go ahead and click on that link, download that template, and see if it helps you in your project. So now to the computer version of me, where I will show you how all of this works.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Once again, I have the template on the left and what I have actually done on the right, my own personal version on the right, you'll see here. It's very simple, like usual. There is a title page and then an opportunity for you to insert your name here. If necessary, you can add a subtitle here, for instance, character profiles, and then down a line for the book of, and then your book title if you want to differentiate it that way, or if you just want to keep all your characters in your series together, this is a opportunity for you to do that. So let's dive right in. This is very simple. This version is very simple. I haven't yet finished filling mine out, but this is what I have these all in a notebook because I used to do this in just notebooks and in notebook paper, but I quickly realized that I lose all that kind of that stuff all the time. So I'm currently in the process of transferring all of my notes and miscellaneous notes from notebooks onto my computer, but this is still the same template that I use. I just don't always have it documented on my computer, but I'm in the process of doing that. So let's get started. There's a table of contents here. If you use tabs or dividers in your binders or when you print stuff out, this might be useful for you because you can go in and insert those tabs once you've printed it out to differentiate all the different characters. You can add as many pages or as many headings, chapter headings for characters as necessary. I only put in 3 into the template as a starting point for you guys, but you can add as many as it takes for you to have a profile for all your characters. And you guys always ask me how I get to know my characters, and this really is how I get to know my characters. So I'll start by inserting their name, obviously, and then I have all of these different categories for you to answer for them, starting with their gender, male or female, age, hair color, eye color, skin color, body type, other physical modifiers, clothing, social status, economic status, religious beliefs, background, where they grew up, kind of thing, why they are the way that they are, career or occupation, education, short-term goals, long-term goals, loves, fears, likes, dislikes, nervous tics, weaknesses, their greatest struggle, talents, motivations, habits, what calms this character down, what makes this character excited, what makes this character sad, what angers this character, relationships with other characters, love interest or significant other, if applicable, best friend, enemy, or adversary. Now, you are welcome to delete as many of these as you want, and it just repeats, by the way, for each character. Copy and paste it, fill it in again. What all of this really is just how I get to know my characters. You can delete these, you can delete as many rows or columns as you want. You don't even have to answer all of these questions, and I'm not saying that this is how you must get to know your characters, but you guys always ask me, how do I get to know my characters? What do I do when I'm getting to know a character? And this really is how I do it, how I really get to know my character. And this might seem like a lot to you. This might seem like a lot of information to you. But for me, this is pretty standard. These are all the things I need to know about my character before I start writing. And this is really the only real exercise I do besides plotting, outlining, and drafting to get to know who my characters are. All you have to do is fill in this information. It's pretty simple. Just type it in, if the character is 17 years old, just type in 17 years old. You don't have to, you can use this template or not. It's completely free to you to download from my website, totally safe and everything. But yeah, if you go to the resources tab, this is what you'll find under character profiles. I think it's good to be pretty detailed in a character profile, especially when you get down to these things like nervous tics. What does your character do when they don't even know they're doing it? For my character, she's often braiding her hair, not even knowing that she's sitting there twirling it between her fingers and braiding it. It's just something she does when she's thinking or absent-mindedly. Short-term goals are important. What does your character want immediately? What does your character want for their future? Does that impact your story at all? Have they had a formal education? Is there even such a thing as formal education in your world that you've created? Religious beliefs, economic status, social status. Are they fairly popular people, or are they kind of, looked down upon? Does your world have a hierarchy, or is everyone pretty equal in your world? Clothing or style, physical modifiers. Does your character have a scar or something interesting that sets them apart from other people? To me, especially these ones are very important. What makes your character excited? What is it that when your character hears that or sees that, immediately they just are completely, turned on and ready to go. They're so motivated. What calms this character down? If something horrible happens in your story, what does this character need to do? Who does this character need to talk to? What is their go-to for kind of, calming down, hitting the reset button? Do they need to, get a drink of water and rethink? Do they need to go talk to someone immediately about their problem? Do they need to be alone for a while? Do they need to go for a walk? What angers this character is another important one, because this is probably going to motivate your character throughout the entire story. Is it a social injustice? Is it hypocrisy? Is it another character? What about this character makes this character want to fight back whatever the enemy is, whether the enemy is a physical person or a character enemy, or if the enemy is the situation or the plot itself? Relationships with other characters can be pretty open. You can write about their romantic relationships. You can write about their friends or their family members. You can add in bullet points here if you think, you're going to have a lot. Or you can just write does this character, get along with other people? Do they have good relationships? Do they build lots of relationships? Or are they pretty introverted and they only build relationships with a few people that they trust? This is all up to you to be as detailed or as, simple as you want to be. I can go on for hours talking about my characters, but yeah. You'll notice also in my series Bible, I have a section for characters. This hasn't come out yet if you're watching this as it's premiering, but next week when I upload my series Bible, you'll notice I have another section for characters, but that section is a lot less detailed. It's just to give you the bare bones idea of who the character is. This template is where you're going to find all of the details about those characters, and that's why I keep them in separate binders, in separate project folders. Just because I feel like if I included this in my series Bible would be never ending. Plus, sometimes I don't want to go dig through my whole notebook just to find an information about a character. Sometimes it's easier to keep the character information separate, at least in my opinion. You can combine them if you want. Honestly, once you download these templates, they are free for you to use however you would like. Yeah, and if you do like the template, go ahead and share the template, but I hope this helped you. Again, you don't have to outline like this. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you and sharing with you guys my method for outlining, world building, and getting to know my characters. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you like this template, be sure you head over and download it. And now back to the real world, Jenna, to close out this video.
I hope you guys really enjoyed that video. I've really enjoyed working on this series, creating these resources for you, and I really hope that you guys are enjoying learning about my process as much as I'm enjoying sharing my process with you. Make sure that you go and subscribe to my blog at www.jennavanmourik.com, where I post book reviews every Monday. I post on YouTube writing videos here every Wednesday, and I post bookish related videos on YouTube as well on Fridays. Make sure you subscribe to my blog so that you get all the notifications of whenever I upload a new resource course whenever I upload a new blog post or a book review. Sometimes I do sporadically post on my blog, so if you don't want to miss anything, make sure that you're all plugged in and good to go over there. And of course, if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button or the thumbs up button to subscribe. That is all for this video. I'm Jenna Van Mourik, an inspired writer and an inspirational fiction reader who reads, writes, and lives for Jesus. You can find all of my social media handles and links in the description box below. But basically, I'm at Jenna Van Mourik almost everywhere. I will see you next Wednesday for part 3 and the final part in my outlining a series / building a series structure series. I really need to come up with a better name for this video series. And next week in that final video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I created my series Bible, which is a series I know you guys are dying to have from me. So make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so that you don't miss any of it. I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching again. Bye!